stuff that's going on the planet with everything going on like this. And this stuff was, told to happen. It was told to happen many years, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, that this was going to happen. And we're the generation experiencing this crazy stuff. So I plan on going to LA this weekend with a group of other people just to document it. My intentions are not to get in the middle of them and tell them that they're wrong, because I know there's no communicating with these people. These people are like empty vessels. They're hollowed out, and they're talking to them is going to be pointless and trying to get across. But all I want to do is be able to document it, because they're telling people, and this goes for the mainstream media as well. They're basically telling everybody that you cannot come here and document, record, live stream, or anything of what they are doing. So basically, the mainstream media is listening, taking orders from Antifa. Is that? I mean, am I off mark here? Yeah. I mean, they're telling the rest of the world that you cannot come to this location in the United States of America, where America is free because they've taken control. It's the same thing that the Brown Shirts did in Nazi Germany, and the Antifa and BLM. They are the foot soldiers for the Democrat Party, and we're seeing them do the same thing today.
Yeah. And then too, the media was all out there too. Like that's how you shows that they're in cahoots, because if it was like a patriot event or a Christian event or something like that, you wouldn't have seen the media out there like that too. And another thing, brother, that was very disappointing that day was that the police were just letting them run buck wild. That's why they were doing. Imagine all the beatings and everything that they were doing. People bloody. I mean, they were doing like I've never seen anything like I've seen. I've never seen like this. And imagine that of all those attacks, everything that happened, there was only one arrest, and it was just a regular Latino man that he was like surrounded by 50 people trying to defend himself, and he got arrested out of all those Antifa attacking pastors, women. And another thing too is, most of the people that got attacked were Latinos. So imagine that. Why? I mean, Latinos in LA are getting attacked by white liberals, and where's all the George Lopez, all the Latino celebrities? Where's all the outrage? Imagine if that was Latinos getting beat in the streets by Trump support
by white people. Dude, yeah, absolutely. They'd be like, look, see, we told you, all of these Trump supporters, these white supremacists, they're attacking everybody. They're attacking Asians, never happened. They're attacking Latinos, never happened. They're attacking black people, never happened. It's always been Antifa and BLM attacking everybody, but they say never happened. But we have video after video after video showing it, and the mainstream media, the liberal left, refused to acknowledge it. And now we have this complete stupid insanity of a grown man exposing. You know what? Let me say this. If he was not pretending to be a female, the whole trans thing. If he was a straight male, a straight white male going into the salon, exposing himself, they would have called the cops.
Exactly. Imagine that where we are, brother.
Dude.
It's sad. It's like they're trying to make it into Sodom and Gomorrah. But like I said, the biggest outrage and scary thing that should be frightening is that they were attacking Christians. Just imagine that for a second. Christian pastors and preachers out there with Jesus shirts, Jesus signs, and they viciously attacked him. Even this one man, they busted his head over. He had blood all running. And I give this man props, bro. I don't even know if me and you could have done it, brother. And we're soldiers for Christ, but I don't know if we could have. Even after they were beating him so bad, he's all bloody and all that, he turns and he said, you know what, you guys all beat me up and all that, but you know what? Jesus still loves you. And he was still trying to show the love of Christ to them after they viciously beat them. But even women, women putting, like, aren't they supposed to be for women's? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Where's the women's right? They're right there.
I mean, you know what?
Women's hair and like, yeah, like what about the women's right?
Dude, you're
outrage.
Yeah, dude, you're so spot on. Where's the hashtag Me Too at? Where's the hashtag Me Too protecting these women, these little girl and these little these little girls and women in the salon. Where's the hashtag Me Too? The hashtag Me Too is only a weapon that they use against conservative Christians when they find the opportunity to bring them in. Because right now you hear nothing from them. Absolutely zero, zip, not a nothing. And it's like they don't care about women, but yet they say hashtag Me Too, like they're champion of women. But when it comes to women that need rescuing, they don't show up. And then it's up to the Christian. It's up to the straight conservative Christian person in this nation to stand up against this demonic entity that is trying to take over our nation, trying to take over our children. It's disgusting at all levels, Jesse.
And you know what's the most disgusting too is you know how they always, what's their best line to us Christians all the time? Hate, you hate that. They try to say we hate just because if we don't agree with that, because I don't care what they say, if they're offended or whatever, we obey God, not man. I don't care. God says it's wrong. It's wrong. Take it up with him. I didn't write the Bible. I'm just telling you what it says. But they try to say they hate whatever, and they're righteously hating, assaulting Christian pastors and all that. That's ridiculous. Like I said, but I'm very disappointed in the police because, you know, we back the blue. We're big on backing the blue and all that. And the police that day, bro, if you would have been there, you would have been even. Like, they were just allowing it. And see, to me, that's emboldening them, because they keep doing all this crap and they have no repercussions. Yep. They're not going to, even if they, and for some reason, if they do go to jail, they bail them out, or they just release them, over in California.
Yeah.
They release them. Yeah. So they're like, they could just run buck. Wow. They could just beat, look, that day. They beat us all up, beat up pastors. They're probably all laughing, counting all that. And look, nothing happened to them, bro.
It's total chaos and nothing but lawlessness. They're supporting lawlessness. The entire left support everything that is wrong, and we're seeing it clear as day. So, like I said, I plan on going there this weekend just to document it, and I'm probably going to wear something where they really can't tell who I am, just because of the whole nature. Now, there's going to be a whole bunch of people that I'm hearing that there's going to be a whole bunch of people showing up. So hopefully the police department will show up in thick numbers to try to prevent them from harming just innocent bystanders, anybody who just want to document it, anybody who's just there supporting women and children. The police officers should be protecting women and children, but because of these corrupt, disgusting politicians in the state of California, they have allowed these grown men to go in these salons and expose themselves like this. This is not the world that we want our children growing up in. And it's not that, and then you hear the left saying, well, we need to teach the children. Basically, they want to indoctrinate the children that these demonic evil ways are good, and all of it goes completely against God's word, all of it.
Yeah, to the left, everybody has rights except for Christians, brother. Except for Christians, conservatives, we don't have no rights. It's always only they cater to them. Like, we should all be equal, but they don't. They give them special treatment because of whatever. Like, what about us? That goes against our religion. You know what I mean? What would happen to our rights? You know, And then two, we can disagree. Like, or we don't. Like, if somebody don't disagree with me, who cares? I could care less. They'll assault you, harass you.
Yeah. And you know what? Sorry to cut you off, but it's Antifa. They try to say Antifa is not a organization or a group or anything like that, but they absolutely are. Because if that's the case, then how does Antifa know to organize to come out this weekend? Can someone enlighten me on that? Unless you have some kind of organization going on, they're not going to show up this weekend. They're not going to be there. So if the Antifa does show up, and they show up in a large number of people, that only says that they are organizing this movement. And you can call it a movement, whatever, but they're organizing. It is an organization.
Exactly. That's so good that you said that, brother, because I noticed that. That was one thing. I talked to several of my Lexington brothers and all that. I could tell, that was the thing, that I could tell that they were organized. Like, everything that they were doing, you could tell it was calculated. Like, I had a meetings, you could tell beforehand. They knew everything what they were going to do. Even they were like trying to act like they were military. Like if some of them would go beating them or doing something, they would say fall back, like military.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like a couple of
they
ones,
do it
and then
constantly.
they would listen. Like the other ones are like hitting somebody, whatever.
Yep.
And then the other ones would yell out, fall back, and then they would stop immediately and fall back. So they knew, because if you're right there in the heat, if you're right there fighting in the heat room, and you're somebody, one of your friends is telling you, hey, stop, you're not going to pay attention or what, you know what I mean? But they were like, so they knew once they're said, hey, fall back, and whatever they were doing, they would stop. They would go back, like they were acting like, you could tell, I'm telling you, it was like a military, what they were doing. So they're definitely having training. They had
they're organized. Oh yeah, yes, dude, they're absolutely organized. So, well, hey Jesse, I hope I do get a chance to see you this weekend at some point. So, to my understanding, we're gonna try to get a lot of people there and be at a safe distance so we can document it, and we're gonna have some security. To my understanding, we got to have something. But I hope, I don't know if you'll be able to get out, but if not,
what day is it,
I know. It is Saturday. It is Saturday, but I don't know if you'll be able to make it. But I know there's I talked to a gentleman that calls into my broadcast all the time. Listen to me all the time, and it goes by Flaco. Right? It goes by Flaco. He calls in all the time. He knows who you are, and he calls in all the time. And he said, well, if you ever come to LA, so hopefully he'll see the video to know that I'm going to be in LA and supporting, the all Americans, regardless of what your nationality is. All Americans need support, especially our women and children. So, hey, I hope that if not, we'll most definitely come on again and we'll talk to each other. But tell everyone how they can connect with you, and thank you for coming on. Okay.
All right. If you haven't, we just started up a Getter account. So if you're not on if you're on Getter, you should start Getter. Getter's amazing. We're Lexit on Getter. On Facebook, we're Real Lexit on Facebook, and on Instagram, we're Lexit Movement. So thank you, and follow us, Lexit Movement. Latinos don't have to be Democrats.
Yeah.